it's a very nasty question. I have answered the question. I have been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer.
Better than President Johnson, who signed the Voting Rights Act.
For you to start off a question and answer period, especially when you're 35 minutes late because you couldn't get your equipment to work in such a hostile manner, I think it's a disgrace. I really do.
So Donald Trump just humiliated this reporter at the National Association of Black Journalists event in Chicago. Now, for the record, I don't know why exactly Trump was speaking there, but it's certainly made for good content, right? I think Trump in many ways does his best when he's in a hostile environment, when he's cornered, when his back is against the wall. And it did show a strong contrast in the bravery and the guts of Trump versus Kamala, who will never take a hard interview. She refuses to even debate Trump on Fox News. So we're going to talk about this and react to some of the best moments of this roundtable discussion here today. So folks, if you enjoy the content, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new. But without further ado, let's just get right into this. So this event immediately starts off with the journalist who's running the roundtable basically asking a very bad faith question and insinuating that Trump does not even belong at this event. So take a listen.
I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir. A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today. You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals, from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabbit to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question in such a horrible manner. First.
And keep in mind, guys, I was not joking. This was the opening question, okay? The event started with this, so you already have an idea of how this is going to go, what type of environment Trump is in. But again, he always does his best when he's in these situations, so check it out.
Question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country, including employment, including opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs ever for black workers and black entrepreneurs. I've done so much, and, you know, and I say this, historically, black colleges and universities were out of money. They were stone cold broke, and I saved them, and I gave them long-term financing, and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, you know, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late. Just so we understand, I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working, or something was wrong.
Mr. President, I would love if you can answer the question on your rhetoric.
Just brilliant. And I love the fact that everyone in the crowd is cheering for Trump, okay? Never makes the media look good when they're the ones hosting the event and the crowd is with Trump. They're ridiculing the anchor, the host who's interviewing him. But yeah, again, this is just the situation that Trump was placed into, and I think he handled it quite well. And here is yet another moment of Trump just winning over the crowd and making the anchor here look just completely stupid. Check it out.
Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman.
Well, I can say, no, I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much. And she was always of Indian heritage. And she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She has always
But you know
identified
what?
as a black woman.
I
She went to a
respect
historically
either
black
one.
college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do
And
you
I
believe
think,
that
I think
she is
somebody should look into that too when you.
So you hear the crowd just dying laughing. This is in the middle of Chicago, guys, by the way. Let's remind ourselves that. But it's also a very valid point. They're going to make all these arguments about how you can't criticize Kamala Harris. Kamala is black. Guys, Kamala Harris is 25% black Jamaican. Okay? She's 25% black Jamaican. She's 25% white, and she is half Indian. Okay, so this whole, and I get it, one drop rule or whatever, but this whole idea that, oh, she's like just the same African-American black woman as the rest of us. She's a Jamaican who was raised in Canada, and she's 25% Jamaican, okay? But you know how this whole thing goes. And Trump brings up a very good point. How come when Kamala Harris is in front of the wealthy donors, for instance, all of a sudden she is South Asian, all of a sudden she's an Indian, but then when she is speaking to black voters, all of a sudden she has a brand new accent and she's black all of a sudden? For instance, just like her rally in Atlanta last night.
You all helped us win in 2020, and we're going to do it again in 2024. Yes, we will.
But anyways, getting back to the black journalist event, you have an idea already of how the entire thing was going, but check out as they abruptly ended. They cut it short prematurely. They just booted Trump off the stage after Faulkner asked about Project 2025 and President Trump was about to answer. Okay, so right before, you know, Project 25, that's their big scare, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is what Trump supports. Right before Trump was about to say to the world on camera, I'm not connected to Project 2025. That's not my thing. They don't speak for me. They abruptly cut it off. Check it out.
The other country, I want to use it. I want to use what we have. I want to bring down prices, bring down costs, and I also have to stop the invasion. And remember, they're taking your jobs. These people coming in are taking your jobs.
Project 2025.
I think we have to leave it there by the Trump team.
All right.
So leave it. That is the last word. Thank you so much, Mr. Trump, for coming today and joining us.
Well, thank you very much.
They've been telling us.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, very much. Great
Thank you,
honor.
Mr. President.
Thank you.
Very mysterious, right? I mean, they claim that it was the Trump team who wanted to end it short. I have my doubts. Okay, let me just say I have my doubts on that front. But all around, again, a great look, I think, for Trump. Just showing the guts, showing you're willing to go on offense, showing you are willing to stand there in that hostile environment. And again, let's contrast that with Kamala Harris. Not only does Kamala have the entire media on her side, but she would never do something like this. She would never show up in front of a right-wing crowd and try to do an interview with even like your generic Fox News journalist, right? And we know that for a fact because let's not forget, despite all this talk about how Kamala is down to debate Trump and Trump is the one who is scared, even though Trump literally said he will agree to the debate once Kamala is the nominee, so that way the Democrats can't pull any more surprises. Despite all of that, let it be clear and on record that Kamala Harris is the one who refuses to debate Trump, even on Fox News. Check it out.
So many of you have been asking me about the debate, and I'll tell you, I'm ready to debate Donald Trump. I have agreed to the previously agreed upon September 10th debate. He agreed to that previously. Now it appears he's backpedaling, but I'm ready. And I think the voters deserve to see the split screen that exists in this race on a debate stage. And so I'm ready. Let's go.
Will you do it on Fox News?
Comment on the protest yesterday.
Will you do it on Fox News? She walks away, and by the way, just to confirm, her campaign refuses to agree to the Fox News debate. So there it is. You have one candidate who is entirely astroturfed by the media, and you have another one who is willing, despite the media lies, to walk into the lion's den and show the American people that he is not afraid. I guess now it's time to pick your choice, America. But I think, again, this was a great look for Donald Trump, as it is every time they try to do this, every time they they try to sabotage Trump, they try to gotcha interview him, it just backfires. And you heard the crowd there. That is exactly how I think a lot of people feel. So that said, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comment section down below. But until next time, be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter/X. Link is in the description there, as well as all of my other social medias. And until next time, God bless and peace.